You guys, I hope we all good. Just thought let's have a quick analysis on B1000. I've got a buying bias, buying into a retracement of the downtrend, which I believe is currently happening. So if you notice, I've got two positions already, and I'm looking to scale in. Um, the first target will be around the 200 EMA or around this level here, because I believe there's some liquidity there. Then we might get a retracement, push up, then maybe price might continue pushing down. That's what I'm currently waiting for. So just coming with it from the daily. So daily, I feel like the price is coming to take out liquidity below this area, and potentially interact with the 50 EMA. So we are going to mark that low there. So price is potentially going all the way to 13,600. We're just going to round it off. 13,600. So potential push to come reject of the 50. H4. We can see coming from this consolidation which we had for almost 2 weeks or 1.5 weeks here. Price started pushing down. So we've got this high, with a lower high, lower low, sorry, lower high. I'm perceiving this to be a lower low, so I'm buying into this downtrend. So if this is the retracement happening, then I'm buying. So I would start to actually scale out if price gets around this area. So this is a supply zone there. So if the trend momentum is strong, they can just react of this area, then continue dropping with the downtrend they have. But they can potentially push all the way up into this area and potentially interact with the 50 again before the sales continue. So that's my reasoning behind this setup. Excuse me. H1. Okay, this was yesterday's lows. Price just came below there. This is the peak. So I'm looking for some form of pattern here. So that we can actually scale in and we'll see where this takes it. So we'll scale out here and leave maybe one or two positions to run potentially until this area here. So yeah, I think that's it on B1000. That's the only thing I wanted to discuss. So let's see here. Okay, we've got a peak. TDI, nice WD. Broken order block. So we want to close above and look for that slight retracement, then a continuation of the up move, and we'll scale out around this area here. Okay, so that's it on B1. So those who want help with load sizes, so let's say we enter it's 13,750 and the price moves to this level, or let's say we move to 13,850. That will be 100 pip move. Okay, 13,850. So the target price minus the opening price, if you just subtract the two, you get 100 pips. That's how we apply or calculate the pips on boom and crash. So if we get our buys from this area and price moves to this area, that will give us 100 pips. And if it goes beyond, it will potentially get to about 220 pips or 230 if I'm not mistaken. But all we need is this first move. So if we catch let's say out of the 100 pips, we catch 50. So the smallest lot size here would be 0.20 times 50, and that will give you $50. Sorry, $10. I don't know why I'm saying 50. That will give you $10. So it's 0.20, which is the lot size, times the 50 pips. You get 10. If you open a trade with 0.3 times 50, that should give you 15. If you open with 0.5 times 50, that should give you 25. If you open with one lot size times 50, that should give you $50. If you use 10 standard lot sizes times 50, okay, that's disappeared from my head. That should be 500. If I'm not mistaken, let me just confirm. Yeah, that should be 500. Then if you use the full 50 lot size, which is the maximum lot size you can open on a Boom and Crash, the B 500 and 1000 and the C 500 and 1000 times 50, then that will give you 2500. So this only shows you that with trading, you just need to be consistent with your number of pips which you target. Once you're consistent and once your account size grows, the same move which pays you $10 can actually pay you 2,500. That same move can actually pay you 50. Same move can pay you 500. So it's all about getting consistent, even with the small accounts, consistent with the pips, then start raising your lot sizes as your balance increases. So yeah, that's it for B1. That's my view. Let's see B500. I think I missed out on these. I wasn't too sure that they were coming up. See, so they're already in a zone now. They could continue up. Let's see.
Okay. Babu can do the Babu Concourse. Concourse is something you do. Abba. Allah. The Abba.
Okay, welcome, bro. So with B500, I strongly feel that this price can still come as low as this area here. That's still possible, but again, I want to mark out that zone there. Once we break that zone, then I will be certain that we are bullish. Once we break this zone here, if price gives us something like this, maybe W pattern, then I'll be looking for buys targeting these highs here. That's my current view, but at the same time, I feel like price can still sell because we didn't get any interaction with the 800 EMA here. But as long as we go above this, then I'll be looking for buys. But if they start coming down, then we'll patiently wait for a pattern to form. Are we going to buy? Okay, if you follow our sessions on my signals, we only buy the booms when we only sell the crash. So any signal which I share is based on that. So boom 1000, it's a downtrend, but I'm buying the retracements to that downtrend. So if you notice, I've got positions already at current market price, and I'm looking forward for price to give us 100 pip move all the way to this level here, or all the way to at least 13,850 area. That's my current view for now. But if price comes below this area, so I'd say my stop loss now is currently, I'll put it below this here. So it's currently on 13,700. 0.09. That's where I'll close. So stop loss will go on 13,709, which is just below this zone. If we come below here, then possibly price could extend these lows before they create a perfect buy. So at the same time, I want to pay attention to TDI in case they want to retrace and give us a baseline bounce so that we can scale in. And once we get a push up, I'll anticipate a retracement and a continuation either into this zone or higher. That's my current view. But this is a retracement trade. So let me show you the downtrend. So as you can see here, like I explained earlier, we are pushing down from this high, came low, came high, came low. So I need price to create a lower high somewhere. Either they'll create it here or they'll create it here. So what do I have around those areas? Here I've got a supply zone, so we could potentially see price dropping from there. So if I'm buying, I want to target that area. Then if they do break it, they'll potentially come to this zone, which also lines up with the 50 EMA. So that's my current view. It is a downtrend, and we are buying into a retracement in case price actually continues trending down. Then for us to know that the trend is actually changed, prices to break this level. It has to convince me also from the daily chart that they actually want to push up. So in case they decide to push up, if they break above this convincingly, then we'll be looking for continuations of the buys. And it will be a setup which will be a trend actually changing. So it will be consolidation, and this would have been the fake outs, and price will start actually pushing back up. So those are scenarios which can potentially play out. But currently our setup is right there. So if we go to M15, that's where I usually start looking for the pattern. So what do we have? I've got a peak, I've got a level or an order block. So if you notice, we still haven't closed above that zone, although we're already trading above the 13 EMA. So that allows me to hold my current runners. So if we get another spike, I'm going to scale in one more position and see if price can retrace a bit for us to scale in again before we wait for them to potentially move to the 200 EMA. So these are just possible moves. They might also reject right here and then start pushing down. So remember, we are in a downtrend. So sells, once you see a sell pattern happening, while you're in a buy, you should cut your loss. But if you are comfortable with selling these synthetics, it's the same thing. Basically, what I'm explaining, like now we're in a downtrend. So if you get a sell pattern here, you can still actually sell it. If you get a sell pattern here, you can still actually sell it as well. But I just prefer to buy the bulls and sell the crushes. I hope you answered there on your question. All right, so let's see. I think you actually exited. But anyways, if you watch this later, I hope you answered. What we were looking at, B500. Okay, yeah, if price comes up here, we're looking for buys, but if they reject this zone, they can still push down all the way to the 800 EMA. That's when I'll be looking for a buy. So right now, I don't have anything. C5, I marked it already. Then I left the charts. Then the price dropped without me. I chased price somewhere here, but I decided to close here because I still feel they might want to retrace and retest this order block here. So for now, 3270 is my point of interest for a possible sell. I'll just be watching our price X, but it seems like we're still leaning on the buys. But we'll see if we get a pattern, then we're going to sell from there. Also, TDI will be anticipating some form of either a 50 static rejection or a baseline bounce for the sell. C1000 looks like it's moving on. Let's see, can we enter here? Okay, looks like we've got a shark fin here. selling C1 at current market price. Okay, by reasoning, you can see I actually entered it early. I think I shared this signal in the group, I remember. So each time I take a trade, I try to mark it, then I can back test to see whether I got it right or the reasons of why I got it wrong. So I had sales there. Price came and took us out. Stop loss was just above the high of the day. So now, the price is broken order block and the pattern is forming again, and we've got a shark fin here. So I feel like we can get like a very fast move to the downside, probably to take out liquidity below this area. That liquidity is to be taken out. If this price is going to continue pushing up, then the liquidity is to be taken out. So H1 is about to close in 25 minutes. This also looks like it's a stop hunt. Don't we agree here? We've got a level and we've got price extending the zone. So let me just drop a few nuggets on this session. Okay, you see this pattern here. The reason this pattern could play out, whether as a retracement or as a reversal. Let me quickly try and show you something. Okay, where is it? Okay, this is a book by the MMC guy, MMC Footprint. So all credit goes to him. This is his work. But I wanted to highlight, the operandi, all salutations go to him. This is his work. But it's a book which is actually good. You can get in touch with him if you want his course or to follow his signals or community. But what I wanted to highlight is something which he mentions in his book to just show you guys that reading through some of these books is actually very helpful. Okay, I'm looking for the zoom in. Let's see. Okay, you guys cannot see the screen. Let me do this. Sure. Okay, so this is a book by the operandi MMC Footprints. All credit goes to him. It's his work, like I said. In case you want to follow his community, you can get in touch with him. You can just check his name on social media. I'm sure it's there. So what I wanted to highlight is usually price will set a level, then they will do a stop hunt. And I remember he speaks about the same thing in his book. Let me see where is the zoom in here. I'm trying to zoom so that you guys can see. Okay. Struggling here. Where's the zoom? Let's see. Okay, I'm struggling to. Okay, I think about it. Okay, I haven't found it. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, so there's a lot of admin here. Okay, what I wanted you to see is price sometimes will create a level. Right, can be equal highs. Then they will show you that they actually want to sell, right? But then they will create that stop hunt just to take out everybody who sold here and choose buyers before actually going in the direction you determined. So my point is, I wanted to show you guys that this could actually be what's happening with C1000. Let's see. You see, this stop hunts like this, price will create a level, move away from it, induce, then tap just above just to do a stop hunt. So if you guys want this book, I think you can get in touch with this guy through his social media platforms. Then you can purchase this. I believe this you had to purchase, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, going back to our charts. Okay, so you can see, even though what I see which is missing here is that air pass and push down to induce. That's the only thing I'm seeing, which makes me feel like they can still just come take out liquidity. Then they'll continue pushing out because I don't feel like it's a reversal. Chances of this setup being a reversal for now are very slim. I would take this to actually be a retracement push down before the buy. That will be my view for now. But as you can see from this pattern, we have a nice doji there, which for me shows me that's the current high of the day. And I would definitely want to see this price come take out today's lows. That's my target right there. That's my target. So let me see if I can actually scale in. So as I drop down the time frames, I'll be looking for reasons to scale in. So I get a bias, then I look for a pattern, then I look for more convictions or more reasons for me to actually add into a trade, especially as soon as I feel like it's a high probability setup, I usually scale in. So let's see, we've got this order block here broken. Price can retrace into the area where there's also a small order block. But these order blocks, I don't really trust them on such a smaller time frame, especially on boom and crash. Let's see. But yeah, I feel like it should play out, and it will potentially pay out 40 pips. This is a 40 pip trade. Stop loss can go just above today's highs. Then let's see what happens. But I also definitely want to scale in this particular trade. So this trade together with B1000, those are my two trades for now. So I don't think I'll look at anything else. Let's see. I won't look at anything else. J10 is potentially selling. V250 is potentially buying. B5, we spoke about it. C5 might actually melt, and if it melts from here, that'll be a miss for me, just because it didn't retrace into my zone and I didn't catch it at the right time. If I could have sold it anywhere here or here or here, that would be best. Or here, if I had held my trade, that would have been best. But selling here is too late because they could actually start retracing either to here, or they could retrace either to here, or they could fall. So if they fall, it's a miss. But if they do retrace up, I'm looking to sell it. And yesterday's lows for 3,200, that will be my TP if I decide to enter this trade. C1, we say be selling. C3 steady sold from a few days ago. I didn't follow it that much, but I'm still leaning on sales. I would love to see price take out this high and potentially react in this order block. And if I do get a pattern here, then I'm going to sell C300. But if they come above now and start showing other things, it could also be price coming back to these highs. So this is a point of interest for me. If I get a pattern on a nameable candle, I'll sell from there. So I hope today's session was helpful. If you guys have questions, you can still hit me on the comment section. I think my WhatsApp number is there somewhere on the Telegram information, sorry, on the YouTube information. Or you can just join our Telegram group where we share the results of all the setups which we analyze. So I hope this week is also a painful week for you guys. Today my voice is a bit, I don't know, I've got flu. So wishing you a painful week. Good trading.